So let's start from page 5. Page 5, that is the first section in this chapter. Okay. This one is actually a very easy one. This chapter will be the easiest chapter in the DSE syllabus. Okay, that is what I think. It is very mechanical. You just need to follow the steps, follow the frameworks, and then follow some simple theorem. Right? And then you just do some simple calculation. Will be okay. But let us just review on what we have learned in primary school about division. Okay, division of numbers, division of integers. Okay, division of integers. So in primary school, we have learned that, for example, so I just use a more easier example. Let me do this. Okay, if 28 is divided by 3, and then we use this type of division symbol, and then we got 9, and then we got 27, and then we have a remainder which is equal to 1. Okay, that is like this. And then if we let me just place it. There are some names that we need to emphasize on in this chapter in a secondary school version of this division. Okay, so that is like this, and this one is 28 divided by 3, and then we got 9. The result is equal to 9, but we have got a remainder of 1. Okay, then we'll call this dividend is equal to, or just equal to first, is equal to divisor, okay, times quotient plus remainder. Okay, where the 28 is called the dividend. Dividend is the 28. Here.中文名係被除數啊 ，OK， 被除數。And then we have a divisor. Divisor is 中文名係除數。Okay. And then we have the quotient. 中文名係雙 ，OK， 係雙啊。好似有啲Oh, never mind. Yes. Okay. The quotient 成個雙啦。And then finally we have the remainder. 中文名就係餘數啦。Okay. This one. 咁你記住咧，即係我哋喺一個除法裏邊，咁一定會有呢4個元素嘅。Okay, so in any division, no matter it is the division of numbers or later we have division of polynomials, okay, that is involving unknowns. Okay, then in any division we have these 4 elements, these 4 members. Okay, dividend is divided by divisor, and then we will get a quotient, and then finally we may have a remainder. Sometimes the remainder is equal to 0, but sometimes it may be equal to a number. But actually sometimes, okay, in the polynomial version, in the secondary school version of division, we may have remainder of variables, okay, of unknowns. And sometimes it may be negative numbers, okay? But we can see that the 28 can be expressed as 3 times 9 plus 1, right? Okay, 28 can be expressed as 3 times 9 plus 1. Okay, so that is how we can form this so-called the division algorithm. 係啦，嗱呢度咧，我嘅教法咧，呢一課咧，我教法咧同書咧有少少唔同嘅。書咧喺第一節呢一度咧，佢好 emphasize 呢一個長除法嘅。OK。但係長除法咧，其實係冇用嘅。OK， 除咗喺呢一課嘅第一節之外有用之外咧，其他所有嘅基本上咧係冇用嘅，完全冇楞到任何其他嘅章節。OK， 無論喺 DSE 又好，將來都好 ，OK 係冇用嘅。長除法啊 ，long division is actually useless. It's okay for the polynomial. For the secondary school version, the long division method is actually useless. Then I will just skip this and I will introduce you another method, another approach to find what we are going to find in this section. Okay, so I'm going to introduce you this thinking, okay, this idea. So when the dividend is divided by the divisor, then we have the quotient and the remainder, and these 4 members of a family can be reunited as an equation like this. Okay, the dividend is equal to the divisor times the quotient plus the remainder. Okay, it is always like this. So if the question tells us or gives us 3 out of the 4 members, then we can formulate this equation to find the 4th one. Okay, so that is the idea what we are going to do in the next few lessons. Okay, and this one is called the so-called the division algorithm. Division algorithm. I mean this one. Okay, so this formula is called the division algorithm. It is suitable for all kinds of division. Okay, no matter it is division of numbers or division of polynomials. OK， 好嗱呢度咧咁樣我先講咗啦。咁我同書嘅鋪排咧有啲唔同嘅，我哋係完全不需要學長除法嘅。OK， 亦都考試測驗亦都唔會啊，絕對唔會叫你去用長除法去到即係去指明要用長除法去到做任何嘢嘅。OK， 長除法係一個小學先學嘅嘢，咁我哋喺中學學咧，咁就係學呢一種啦，一種所謂嘅 division algorithm。我哋咧用我哋其實係要做緊除法噶嘛，但係我哋會將佢還原翻，變成一條有乘法同埋加法嘅 equation。OK， 咁嘅做法就係基本上就係咁樣啦。我哋永遠都係將佢寫成咁樣，將個被除數寫成等於個除數乘以個雙數，再加個餘數。OK， 得唔得？呢度咁所以咧，只要咧題目咧俾咗4樣嘢裏邊俾咗3樣嘢我哋嘅話咧，我哋就可以求到第4樣噶啦。OK， 好啦，嗱我哋睇睇一啲 polynomials 嘅版本咯噃。OK，so let us go to some polynomial version of the division. So I'm going to use this as an example. Okay, so this is still on page 6.5. 6.5. Okay. So it's 8x cubed plus 2x squared minus 6x, and then divided by 2x. And the question wants us to find the quotient and the remainder. Okay, I want to find the quotient and the remainder from this division. OK， 好啦，嗱，不過咧呢度咧小心啲。如果我哋喺一個polynomial 上面嘅話咧，咁我要講多一個 concept 先啊。咁呢度留意喎，大家要留意啊，呢個重要嘅。OK，this is very important, a very important concept here. OK，that is the degree of polynomial. OK，in the 8x cubed plus 2x squared minus 6x, I would like to ask whether you know what is the degree of this polynomial. Degree of this. OK， 咩叫做一個 polynomial 嘅 degree 咧？就係佢最高次方嗰個次方啦。OK， 即係最高係幾多次方 ？x 最高係幾多次方 ？So obviously this is free, right? OK, this is free. We need to think about this first. OK, and then what is the degree of the divisor? Degree of the divisor is the highest power of x. Okay, and that is 1. Okay, because x is to the power 1. Okay, there is no higher power in this 2x polynomial. OK， 好啦，嗱，跟住咯，通常咧佢會俾咗個 dividend， 俾咗個 divisor 你。OK， 咁呢一個咧就係3同埋1啦，係嘛？咁你記住啦，我哋咧個 degree， 我先睇咗呢個先啦 ，degree of quotient。Degree of quotient is always equal to degree of dividend minus degree of divisor. Okay, degree of quotient is always equal to degree of dividend minus degree of divisor. Okay, and then degree of remainder is always equal to degree of divisor minus 1。呢度咧記一記佢先，記一記佢啊。OK， 咁我陣間咧去到一啲題目嘅時候咧，我會解釋俾你聽點解係咁樣嘅，得唔得 ？OK， 好啦，咁如果係咁嘅話咧，即係話我哋呢一個咧，或者我寫清楚啲，呢一個咧就係 degree of dividend 嚟嘅，係咪 ？OK， 即係 degree 喺呢一題裏邊啊 ，degree of dividend is equal to 3. In this question, degree of dividend is equal to 3, and then degree of divisor is equal to 1. Okay, and then we can calculate the degree of quotient should be equal to 3 minus 1. That is equal to 2. Okay, and then degree of remainder is equal to degree of divisor minus 1. That's 1 minus 1. That is 0. Okay, that is 0. 好啦，跟住咧，我哋會咁做喎。我哋會 let 嘅，會 let the quotient be， 如果佢個 degree 係 degree 2嘅話咧，即係話呢個 quotient 最大嘅次方 x 嘅最大次方係咪2次方咁樣樣 ？OK， 最大嘅次方係2次方嘅話咧，咁即係佢會有2次方嘅 term、1次方嘅 term 同埋0次方嘅 term。我哋咁樣 let 嘅 let ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, like this. And then we will let the remainder be, well, degree of remainder is 0, which means that the highest power of x is 0, which means that the remainder is just a constant term. Okay, so let me let the remainder be d, just d. Okay, dx to the power 0. Okay, or just d， 即係冇 x 嘅，因為佢個 degree 咧應該係0嚟嘅。OK， 好啦，呢一紮嘢咧，sorry， 呢一紮嘢咧，基本上咧就唔使寫嘅，應該呢度啊，呢度咧係唔使寫嘅。但係我哋心裏邊咧要知道嘅喎，即係你 mark 喺個題目嗰度就得㗎啦。OK， 好啦，咁我哋真正叻完之後咧，我哋會點樣咧？我哋就會用呢一個咧 division algorithm 咧，去到砌翻條式出嚟啦。OK，so our dividend is 8x cubed plus 2x squared minus 6x, and then it is equal to the divisor, that is 2x, and then times the quotient ax squared plus bx plus c, and then plus the remainder, that is d. OK， 好啦，但係呢度咧，如果佢係一個 polynomial 版本嘅話咧，我想你將呢個等號，將佢變成一個 identity 符號。OK，if this is a polynomial, then it is identity. The left-hand side is always equal to the right-hand side. Okay, so we can get this. After letting the quotient and the remainder out, then we can formulate them by an identity. Okay, formulate the 4 members in the division by an identity. Okay, using the division algorithm like this. OK， 好啦，咁跟住我哋點計咧？我哋就永遠都係好似咧，即係做 identity 咁樣樣。We will expand all the brackets and then comparing the coefficients of like terms. Okay, and the left-hand side is already expanded. So what we are going to do is just do the right-hand side. Okay, right-hand side is equal to 2ax cubed plus 2bx squared plus 2cx plus d. Okay, and then when we compare the left-hand side and right-hand side, the coefficient of like terms, the 2ax cubed is equal to 8, right? And then we can finally find the value of a is equal to 4. Okay, and then for the x squared term, we have 2bx squared equal to 2. So b is equal to 1. And then for the x term, we have 2cx is equal to negative 6x. Okay, so c is equal to negative 3. And for the constant term, we have d on the right-hand side, but on the left-hand side, there is no constant term, which means that the constant term should be equal to 0. Okay, so that is like this. Therefore, we can, after finding out all the unknowns, we can write down the answer. Therefore, the quotient is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. But now we have found the value of a, b, and c. It's 4x squared plus 1x plus negative 3. That's minus 3. And then the remainder is equal to d. And d is equal to 0. There is no remainder in this question. 得唔得？好，嗱呢度咧開頭有啲複雜㗎，因為咧你可能唔記得咗 degree 個意思，得唔得 ？OK， 咁你其實咧簡單嚟講就係我哋一定要睇翻個被除數嘅 degree， 睇翻個除數嘅 degree， 然之後我哋計翻個 quotient， 即係個雙數嘅 degree， 同埋計翻個 remainder， 即係餘數嘅 degree。OK， 得唔得？然之後咧，我哋知道個 degree 之後咧，我哋就可以叻嘢啦，得唔得？如果佢係 degree 2嘅，我哋就會有3個 term 喎。 有2次方、1次方、0次方嘅 term。如果佢係 degree 1嘅 degree 1，我就會 let 佢做 ax plus b。如果係 degree 0嘅，就咁 let 佢做一個 constant。OK， 咁如果佢萬一係 degree 3嘅話咧 ，degree 3嘅話咧，即係話咧佢係 ax to the power 3 plus bx square plus cx plus d。OK， 一路咧倒數到0次方為止，咁樣樣。OK， 嗱我哋睇多一個啊，睇個 example 啊。Let us do this example. So now we want to do this 10x squared plus 4x plus 3 divided by 2x. Okay, and then we know that the dividend, the degree of dividend is equal to 2, okay? Because dividend is 10x squared plus 4x plus 3, right? And then degree of divisor is equal to 1, 2x. The highest power of x is 1 here, okay? So we know this, it's given. Then the degree of the quotient should be equal to 2 minus 1, okay? Degree of dividend minus degree of divisor, okay? So that should be equal to 1. And then we have to let the quotient be ax to the power 1 plus b. 係咪？我哋知道 degree 嘅話咧，我哋就可以 let 㗎啦。And then degree of remainder is equal to the degree of divisor minus 1. That is 0. Then we can let the remainder be just a constant. Okay, so we have ax plus b be the quotient, then the remainder will be just c. Can you get this? Okay, then we have the four members of the family. We have the dividend, we have the divisor, and then we have the quotient, and then we have the remainder. We can formulate an equation by using the division algorithm. Okay, therefore we can do it like this: 10x squared plus 4x plus 3 should be identical to 2x times ax plus b and then plus remainder c. Okay, and for the right hand side, we just expand the bracket. It's 2ax squared plus 2bx plus c. Okay, and then we just compare the coefficients of like terms. So we have 2ax squared is equal to 10x squared, right? For the x squared term, we have these two being compared. So we can calculate that a should be equal to 5. And then for the x term, we have 2bx on the right, and on the left, we have 4. So b is equal to 2. Okay, and then for the constant term, we have c on the right-hand side, and on the left-hand side, we have 3. Okay, so c is equal to 3. So after finding out the unknowns, then we can write down the quotient and the remainder. Okay, so therefore the quotient should be equal to ax plus b. That should be 5x plus 2. And the remainder should be just 3. Okay, that is like this. Can you get this? 得唔得？呢度好嗱，基本上咧就係咁樣啦。呢度
老師可唔可以將呢一段 copy and paste 落個 chat room 度，咁我就可以繼續抄。
咦得唔得㗎？可唔可以 copy 落去㗎？因為咧佢唔係字嚟㗎，我啲 equation 嚟㗎，所以咧我未必可以抄到落去 chat room 嗰度。
明白，唔緊要。
但呢個我每次都會 upload 翻上去個 home web platform 嗰度嘅。 如果你抄唔切嘅話咧，就可以之後先至抄翻。知唔知喺邊度揾翻啊？
可唔可以講一次可以喺邊度揾翻？
睇先。唔係呢度 ，sorry。睇先啦 ，homework 呢度，譬如咧你睇 4S， 跟住 maths， OK， 跟住譬如12月咁樣啦，跟住咧，咁我其實每日即係我每次上完堂之後咧，咁都會擺翻個，譬如上星期4咁樣啦，都會擺翻個YouTube 嘅 link 啦，同埋咧我嗰日即係喺呢度寫過嘅嘢，得唔得？咁所以咧，你如果譬如你抄唔切嘅話咧，咁可以喺度撳翻呢個 file 啦。咁跟住咧，如果你譬如有啲嘢聽唔切嘅話咧，就撳翻個 YouTube 嘅 link 咁樣樣，咁就得㗎啦。OK？咁最緊要而家唔明嘅話咧，咁就問咗先，得唔得？嗱呢度咧可能要做多幾題先嘅。OK？因為咧有啲即係未熟嘅話咧，有啲長嘅。咁但係你熟咗嘅話咧，就會好順㗎喺度。OK？咁我哋再睇睇呢個啦嘛，我哋一齊做呢兩個啊。OK？Instant Drill Corner 6.1。OK？咁呢個咧我冇擺上去 Math App 嗰度嘅呢個 Instant Drill Corner，但係大家一齊做一做先啊。Instant Drill Corner 6.1。Let's do it together. And no need to upload to the Math App for this Instant Drill Corner. 好，基本上就係揾呢啲嘢啦。Number 1。Degree of dividend should be equal to 2, right? OK？你認唔認到嗱？其實簡單嚟講咧 ，dividend 寫多次先啊，呢個可以唔使寫嘅。3x squared minus 2x plus 4. OK？And then divisor is equal to x. So the degree of dividend is equal to 4, and then degree of divisor is equal to 1. Okay? Therefore, degree of quotient should be equal to the difference between them, 2 minus 1, that's 1. And then the degree of the remainder should be equal to degree of divisor minus 1, that is 0. OK？ 好啦，咁如果咁嘅話咧，我哋計到出嚟之後咧，我哋就可以 let 嘢噶咯喎。So let the quotient be, because it is, I mean the degree is equal to 1. So the highest power of x is equal to 1. So we have ax plus b. We have two terms. OK？ 最高次方係 x 一次方，係嘛？咁所以咧，最高係一次方啫。咁但係佢可能有啲低啲次方嘅 term 噶嘛，我哋會 let 埋出嚟嘅。OK？ 佢亦都有可能咧，亦都有可能計到個 b 係等於0都唔定嘅，得唔得 ？OK？ 即係 b 可以係正數，可以係負數，可以0都唔定嘅。OK？And then the remainder. So let the remainder be degree 係0嘅話咧，咁即係話佢x 最高次方係0次方，即係話咧佢只不過係一個數字嚟嘅啫。OK？It's a constant term. So we have the quotient being ax plus b, then we have the remainder being c. Okay? And then we have the dividend, divisor, quotient, and remainder now. So we can formulate the equation by using the division algorithm. Okay? So that is the dividend is identical to the divisor times the quotient plus the remainder. Okay? And then the right-hand side should be expanded. It is ax squared plus bx plus c, right? Okay? And then you just compare the coefficient of the like terms from both sides. So a is equal to 3, and b is negative 2, c is 4. Okay? And write down the answer. Therefore, the quotient is equal to 3x minus 2. And the remainder is equal to 4. Can you get this? 得。 So this one is number 1. And number 2, dividend is equal to 4x cubed plus 2x squared minus x. And then divisor is given to be just x, right? Okay. And then we just consider the degree of dividend is equal to 3. And degree of divisor is equal to 1. Then we can calculate the degree of quotient is equal to 3 minus 1, that is 2. And then degree of remainder is equal to 1 minus 1, that is 0. OK， 喺呢度要記一記嘅咧，其實即係唔好搞亂咗，得唔得？咁跟住我哋可以 let 嘅喎 ，let the quotient be because its degree is equal to 2. OK， therefore we have the square term ax squared. OK， and then we have the next term is bx, and we have the next term is c. OK, until you get the constant term c. OK, then you stop here, and then the remainder, and we also let the remainder be because the degree is equal to 0. 0, therefore it is just a constant term. And we have ax squared plus bx plus c being the quotient, so the remainder should be just d. Okay. And now we can formulate the equation by using the division algorithm. The dividend is 4x cubed plus 2x squared minus x should be identical to the divisor x times the quotient ax squared plus bx plus c plus the remainder. Okay, and then the right hand side should be expanded. It should be ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d. Okay, and then just compare the coefficient of like terms from both sides, and we have got a equals 4, b equals 2, c equals -1, and d equals 0. You get this? Okay, therefore, writing down the conclusion, the quotient should be equal to 4x squared plus 2x minus 1. And the remainder should be equal to 0. Okay, no remainder. Get this? Oh, there you go. Number 3. Dividend should be equal to 2x squared plus 6x plus 7. And then divisor is equal to 2x. And we need to consider the degree. Degree of dividend should be equal to 2. And then degree of divisor should be equal to 1. OK， 記住係個次方啊，最高次方，唔好俾楞住 x 次方嗰個數去擾亂咗你啊。OK， 最高次方係啲乜嘢嘢？係咪個 degree 啊 ？Therefore, we can calculate the degree of quotient should be equal to 2 minus 1. That is equal to 1. And then degree of remainder should be equal to 1 minus 1. That is equal to 0. Okay? And then we can let the quotient be, because the degree is equal to 1, therefore we let it to be ax plus b. And let the remainder to be, because the degree is equal to 0, so we just let it to be a constant c. Okay. After this, we can formulate the equation by using the division algorithm. Okay, so that should be dividend. So that's 2x squared plus 6x plus 7 is identical to the divisor times the quotient plus the remainder. Okay, and then the right hand side should be equal to 2ax squared plus 2bx plus c. Okay, and then comparing coefficients of like terms from both sides, we have 2ax squared equals to 2x squared, so a is equal to 1. And then we have 2bx term is equal to 6x, so b is equal to 3. And then we have constant term c is equal to 7. Get this? Okay. After finding out all the unknowns, we can write down the conclusion. Therefore, the quotient is equal to ax plus b, that is 1x plus 3. And then the remainder is equal to c, that is 7. Okay, so that would be the answer. 得唔得？好，睇埋最後一個啊。So this time the dividend is equal to 6x squared minus 3x minus 5, and then divisor is equal to 3x. Okay, and then we have degree of dividend is equal to 2, right? Okay, and then degree of divisor is equal to 1. Get it? And then we can calculate the degree of quotient, that is equal to 2 minus 1, that is 1. And degree of remainder is equal to 1 minus 1, that is 0. Okay, and then we can let the quotient be, if it is degree 1, then it should be ax plus b. And let the remainder, because it is degree 0, so it is just a constant c. Okay, and then we can relate all the things together by the division algorithm. Okay, so that is dividend 6x squared minus 3x minus 5 should be identical to the divisor times the quotient plus the remainder. Okay, and for the right hand side, we just expand the bracket, 3ax squared plus 3bx plus c. Okay, and then we compare the coefficients of like terms from both sides, and then we have 3a equals 6, and then we can calculate the value of a directly. A is equal to 2, and comparing the x terms, so we have 3b equals negative 3, so b is equal to negative 1, and then for the constant term, we have c equals negative 5. Okay, so that is like this, and then we can write down the conclusion. Therefore, the quotient is equal to ax plus b, that is 2x minus 1. Okay, and the remainder is equal to c, that is negative 5. Okay, so that is how we can do the division like this without doing the revision. 好嗱，千祈要學識喎呢個方法，因為咧，除咗第一個 section 書裏邊係淨係教長除之外，其他每一個 section 咧，每一個 section 啊 ，OK 係每一個 section 喎，都需要用到呢一種咁嘅 comparing coefficients， 或者咧我所講嘅 division algorithm 去到砌條式出嚟嘅，得唔得 ？OK， 所以你可以唔識長除法都得。OK， 我亦都建議你唔好用長除法嘅。OK， 因為長除法咧其實係一個低階啲嘅方法嚟嘅，反而咧係用呢一個 division algorithm 呢個方法咧係更加高階，同埋咧反而係更加容易啲嘅噃。OK， 我哋考慮嘅嘢咧係會少啲嘅。OK， 得唔得？咁就所以咧我就直接教呢個方法，就唔教嗰個長除法啦，係冇需要用到長除法嘅。OK， 得唔得？So this is how we can do the long division without doing the long division. Okay, we just do it using multiplication and addition instead. Okay, to rebuild the equation. Okay, by using the division algorithm. So tomorrow we are going to do a little bit more exercise on this, which involves more complicated calculation here, involving more terms. Okay, 其實咧成個精髓已經做晒㗎啦，呢個成個 section 啊，成個精髓已經做咗出嚟㗎啦，就係咁樣嘅啫。OK， 只不過咧之後我哋會做到嘅咧就係個次方可能會高啲 ，OK， 同埋咧啲 terms 會多啲咁解嘅啫。OK， so do you have any problems today? If there is no more problem, then let's continue tomorrow. That's the end of this lesson today, and you may leave now. Goodbye.